Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Adrian, and in this video I'm going to show you how I connect one of these to my Black Diamond Distance 15 pack. This is an Osprey magnetic hose clip for the hydration reservoir hose, and the slots in it are such that it has a hard time biting on to the sternum strap of the Black Diamond pack. So I modified this and then I glued it on there. I already did that to my Black Diamond Distance 22 pack, but I just bought the Black Diamond Distance 15 and now I'm going to do it to that pack. So I didn't film it the first time, figured I'd film it this time and show you how I do it. Let's jump into it. Okay, so here I have the Black Diamond Distance 22. This is the old model. I got this last year. And this is the Black Diamond Distance 15. This is the new model. And I just bought this yesterday. So you can see I have the magnetic receiver glued on to the sternum strap. And I like it. It works out really, really well. I didn't film this and I thought, I wish I filmed it, and now I have a new pack, so now I'm going to film it. I got these on Amazon. I got a pack of 3 and they're great. They were expensive, but they work. However, they don't work on straps this narrow. They just pop off all the time. You can see it wasn't meant for webbing that thin, and they just pop off. I used this on my last hike with Amanda down in Buckskin Gulch. I just had it on here like this and it kept popping off. So I finally committed and glued it onto my Distance 22 pack. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this Distance 15 pack. I debated for a while where I should put it on the pack. I couldn't really decide, and then I also couldn't decide if I should cut these little wings off or I should leave them on, and it turns out cutting them off was the right move. So I did that, as you can see here. I cut them off the first time with wire cutters, and that worked fine. It exposed some of the magnet here, which I didn't like, but ultimately didn't matter because I'm covering it with hot glue. This time I took my Dremel to it, and the result wasn't that much better. So you don't need a Dremel to do it. You can just cut it off with wire cutters, smooth it with a razor blade, and then you'll be good to go. So this is the before, this is the after. Now I'm going to put the magnet onto here using this hot glue gun. This is a super cheap hot glue gun, and I have been really impressed with it. I think I got this for, I think it was $8 on Amazon, and it's been great. It doesn't heat the glue so hot that I'm afraid to touch it, or that I'm afraid that it'll melt the material, but it's definitely hot enough to melt the glue and do the job. So I think this is really the perfect gun for what I'm trying to do, and it was cheap, so that's awesome. So I've already cleaned this. I cleaned it with 70% isopropyl alcohol. I didn't clean this. I don't think I need to. I probably should, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue it right on there. Okay, so my thinking here is that I have a big glob of glue on here, and when I press it on, it's just going to spill up around the sides. So that's exactly the goal, and I hope it works just like that. And it seems to be working. Nice. That's another great thing about this little glue gun. It doesn't get so hot that the glue is just a mess. It cools really quickly and it cures within minutes. So it's already starting to solidify, and it hasn't transferred a ton of heat into any of the materials here, the fabric or the plastic or anything. It's really great. So I'm just going to clamp it there and hold it with my fingers. I can already feel it starting to set. Got a little bit on the strap there, but that doesn't matter. That's another great thing about hot glue is it's non-destructive. It bonds mechanically, it doesn't bond chemically. So if you do screw it up, you can always let it cool and then peel it off, and it peels off really cleanly and nicely. So that's getting pretty close. You can see the glue is starting to change color a little bit, especially right there. It's getting lighter in color, like a grayish white. Spilled over a little bit more on that side than I was hoping for, but yeah, it's looking pretty good overall. You can even see right there, it started to contact the fabric, but it had already cooled so much that it didn't bond to the fabric at all, which is great. So that's pretty good, but I want a little better clamping power here. You can see on this pack, it's kind of the same. Spilled over here, and then I went around and I glued it a little bit more around it. Not much, but a little bit on this side. And it worked well, it hasn't popped off, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. It does not need much, stuff's pretty good. So I'm just gonna get the glue gun in here and just get a little more connection power on this side here. And I really probably don't need to do much more than that. I'm going to though. I'm going to put a little more in here. I'm going to do a little more on this side. All right, that's pretty good. Got a little nick there. I'm going to fill that in with some glue. Stop any moisture from getting trapped in there. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's not beautiful work, but it certainly gets the job done. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I might get just a little bit there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that overall. Like I said, it's not beautiful, but it absolutely works. I guess if you wanted to, you could make it pretty thick and then trim it down with a razor blade. But I'm not gonna do that. I don't wanna risk cutting any of this fabric. I already screwed up on this one, burning off some of the loose threads here. I took my lighter a little too close and burned right through this fabric. I fixed it with some hot glue, good old hot glue, but I just bought this pack and it was 220 bucks, so I'm not trying to damage this thing. Anyway, that's how I connect it, and it works great. Let me show you how the hose connects to it now. Okay, so here's my hose, and you can see this is the magnetic clip that goes onto the hose, and there's the receiver that's on the vest. Boom, works really well. And it snaps off too. It doesn't take a lot of force to decouple these magnets, so you don't need to worry about the glue tearing. This is going to be plenty of holding power to secure the receiver to the sternum strap, and then it won't tear off when you decouple the magnets. So yeah, I thought this was great. Just a short video here. I wanted to show you how I did this. Eventually I'm going to do a review on this pack, but I'll save that for another day. That's it for this one. See you in the next one.